The immortal John Hancock here with some new rumor news, and this comes from an article from Ars Technica discussing a possible release of a Switch portable-like handheld from Valve, codename SteamPal. It's also known as the Neptune, supposedly, in this article, which will be a link below, talks about several things. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about things that this, if it does come out, if it is true, needs to get done right. And so what it is, this article goes on to talk about that Valve has been working on a Switch-like portable codename SteamPal. Now let's talk about Valve and hardware. Sometimes they release things and they fail miserably. I'm looking at used Steam machines. You know, there was also the Steam Link, also the Steam controller, which some people liked and some people hated. Let's get into this. There isn't a lot of details at this point about this. Supposedly, co-founder Gabe Newell did discuss this in a previous conference earlier this year, where he kind of alluded that there will be a new way of playing Steam games and it's not going to be what you expect. All right, so we all know that Switch sales have exploded, and some of that sales is alluded to the fact that you can play a lot of indie games on the go with Switch. Well, wouldn't it be great if a game that you already owned in your Switch library you could just play on the go? I think that's awesome. And so these are the things that really they need to get done right. And let's talk about, so there isn't a lot of details about the docking feature. Is this something where you can hook up to a monitor? How is that? That's got to be simple. You know, the Switch was a very convenient way of doing that, and a lot of people like the fact that you can have it on the go and then dock it and then play it on a monitor. The SteamPal is going to have to be able to do that very easily. All right, next is marketing, okay? The Steam machine was a disaster. You know, a lot of people wondered what it was. It wasn't rolled out efficiently, and when it did come out, and it was actually sold at GameStops, very few of them, a lot of people didn't even know what it was or what it could do. This is going to have to be marketed very clearly. They're going to have to probably have kiosks showing what the SteamPal is. See, I even want to call it a Steam machine. It's not. It's just a SteamPal or Neptune, or it might be called something else. Okay, memory and storage. How's that going to work? I think that the specs are going to matter on how many games is it going to be compatible with, okay? And that's going to be a huge thing for many people. You know, you may have, you know, over 100 Steam games. You know, how many of them are you going to be able to play on this device? Is it going to exclude any? Control, you know, one thing that has been a complaint of this Nintendo Switch is some of the control options, okay? If they can do a better control with this, I think it's going to appeal to many people. You know, there's Joy-Con drift, there's some control issues with Nintendo Switch devices, and I think, you know, it'd be nice to have an actual D-pad on the device. You know, that'd be awesome. What is the screen size? You know, it did allude in the article that there's going to have touch screen. Well, how big is it? You know, what is the pixel resolution? You know, this is something, I think it's going to be catering to a more technical crowd. And so those things are going to matter, especially, you know, comparing Switch games, which were ports of Steam games, to this. You know, what is it going to look better? Are there going to be options? You know, my big question that I have, is it going to do things more than just play Steam games? You know, is it going to be total open source? So I have several other questions about it. You know, performance, as I brought up, and the big thing is price. It has to be competitive. If it's going to be expensive, it's going to be yet another thing that try to compete with the Nintendo Switch. So it comes down to price. Price is another thing that is definitely going to have to be affordable. It's going to have to compete. It's going to have to be, in my opinion, it's going to have to be $300 or less to be competitive. So this is just breaking news. I wanted to talk about this on my channel. What do you think? What do you think about this news? Is this something you're interested in? Comment below, and as always, thank you for watching my channel. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the immortal John Hancock, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks take care. It was fun talking about this. Have a good one.